Hey guys, Scott here. Today I want to talk about something that extends past Dead by Daylight. This is just sort of about content creation in general. It's something I talk about on my stream quite a bit, and I wanted to actually just make an actual video on it. But this will be one of the few videos on my channel that is not actually just about Dead by Daylight because it really does extend past just this, although it's extremely prevalent in this community as well. Quick aside, one of my main monitors broke, so I'm like looking here to make sure everything is still good now. So I know looking this direction is very offsetting for my normal viewers. I hope you can get used to it until my new monitor comes. But today I want to talk about the idea of content creators and people that share the same opinions as content creators. So this is something I see in YouTube comments, in Twitch chats, in Reddit forums, just all the stuff. Whenever somebody has an opinion in which a content creator also has that opinion, a lot of the time people will immediately minimize the point that person's trying to make by saying, oh, you're just repeating what content creator said. And I see this quite a bit. And I think as a community of people that play games and look at content creators' videos and stuff like that, I think that type of mindset is really fucking obnoxious. Because when you're doing that, you're essentially saying that this person is so stupid that they cannot even come to their own conclusions, and the only way that they actually are saying this thing is because they watched a content creator say this thing, and they're just repeating them because they're so stupid they can't think about it themselves. That's basically what you're saying. Whenever someone says something that a content creator has said something similar to, you're basically calling them a fucking moron that can't think for themselves. Whether you realize you're doing it or not, it's irrelevant. That's actually what you're doing. And allow me to try to highlight this from a different perspective. Maybe you'll see things a bit differently and be a bit less hostile towards people that might share a common opinion. So their main argument is essentially that the only reason that they're saying these things is because a content creator said this thing. Where in reality, it's actually, I think, the exact opposite. They're only watching that content creator because the content creator says those things. People tend to want to watch videos, and they want to watch content creators who share opinions and beliefs with them. Unless you're like hate watching somebody, there's pretty much no reason to watch someone you dislike and don't agree with. That's just not typically what people do. Now, there are some debate channels, and it's not quite as cut and dry as that. But for the most part, people tend to gravitate and watch content creators that hold similar opinions of them. So it's not really that crazy when they will repeat an opinion that the content creator has shared because it's actually one that came through on their own. You don't have to just be repeating a blind sheep type of thing. I guarantee you almost everybody that says things that another content creator has said came to that conclusion on their own. And the reason they watch that content creator is because they have similar opinions and they want to, be with like-minded people. That's just how humanity works. That's just how people prefer. And the worst part is there are content creators that do the same thing too. And I just really want people to realize how insulting it is when you try to minimize whatever anybody is saying because somebody else said it. Also, that just puts the streamer or content creator on such a pedestal that they don't need to be on. Like they're the ultimate arbiter of whatever that statement was. Like no one else can come to that statement. Only I can. Like streamers are not that, they're not that special. Just because they say something doesn't mean that other people cannot also share the same opinion. And then to minimize what people are saying because they share the opinion that someone else has, that's just extremely dickish in my opinion. You're calling the guy an idiot who can't think for themselves. So I really think as a community, especially in Dead by Daylight, but this really extends to any community, I really wish people would try to look at it from that other perspective where they're not saying this because the content creator's saying it. They watch that content creator because they're saying it. And I think that's how the majority actually goes. Now, of course, there are some people on both sides that will just repeat whatever the content creator said and not even give any thought to it. But I think that's really the minority. And the way you can really prove this is instead of immediately making fun of the person for repeating whatever a content creator said, ask them more about the topic. Press it more. If they actually have valid talking points, then you know that it's just an opinion they have that they happen to share with other people. If they kind of just buckle down and just don't really have any more thought to give the topic and they're just saying it because someone else said it, well, then you have a point. And then that's totally fine. But I guarantee you most people are just saying this because it's things that they already believe and they just want content creators that share that same opinion. So basically, just my quick advice, try to hear people out more. Don't immediately shoot them down if you hear an opinion that another content creator said, because A, content creators don't just get to claim every opinion as their own. That's just stupid. And B, they probably came to that thought themselves and they only watch the person because they agree with them. So try to give them a bit more of a discussion. If they still have nothing after that, then you're right. But I think for the most part, people need to stop being dicks and just minimizing every single side of the argument because it's something that a content creator said, even if it's a popular or unpopular opinion. Just hear their arguments first. Don't try to just boil it down to they're a zombie with no brain. It's insulting. It's a dick move. I think we should stop doing it. Now I'm going to look to the right and press stop recording, which is weird. I don't like this. Please, new monitor, come.